Here in Indy, they're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. On the return, it's Taylor. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 29, Wentz. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Fields.
Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. To return is Taylor. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. In your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Wentz's throw there caught by Gallup.
Complete to Michael Gallup. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Colts 33.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Sanders. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Off play action, Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Indy.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Najee Harris with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Third down, they'll run it with Sanders. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on the punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
On 1st down, Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd and a long way to go. Fields. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down and goal to go.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Fields. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. To throw is Fields. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, Harris. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run. It's Sanders, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He finds his man, complete. It's Fox. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 21.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Wentz. He finds his man, complete. That's Fox. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Going for it with Sanders. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the up?
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Wentz going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going the long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Zerline good with a PAT. His guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. And Graham on the ground. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, it's Wentz. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 11 now.
Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Second down, here's an option right. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Play action. It's Fields.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Second and 10. Fields again. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, Beasley, what a nice grab. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On play action, Fields.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Max. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season. Because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They hand this off to Harris.
80 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Fields going to take this himself.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here's Fields. Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now Bell. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Foyesade American.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run on first down. Harris. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Fields now to throw.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way down inside. To the 4. And they will take a knee here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So this one winds up in Indianapolis.